Almost ready. Unfortunately, today we don't have a guest. That's my record. We are back once again. I hope folks are doing well out there. You're back with Hump Day Real Estate with Kendell in the DMV. Hope everybody is doing well. Unfortunately, this week I don't have a guest, so I have to jump on here and share the news with you alone. Again, I hope everybody's doing well this week so far. Let's get into it. What's the craziness going on out here in the world and real estate? Because that's what we talk about on this show. Have you been thinking about what's going on in real estate, what the mortgage rates mean, what does it mean to you and your future and your family? Let's talk about it a little bit. What's ahead for mortgage rates and home prices? Now that the end of 2022 is within sight, you may be wondering what's going to happen in the housing market in the next year and what that means if you're thinking about buying a home. Here's a look at the latest expert insights on both mortgage rates and home prices so you can make your best move possible. Mortgage rates will continue to respond to inflation. Mortgage rates will continue to respond to inflation. There's no doubt and mortgage rates have skyrocketed this year as the market responded to high inflation. The increases we've seen were fast and dramatic. And the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate even surpassed 7% at the end of last month. In fact, it's the first time that we've they've risen this high in over 20 years. So let's look at the mortgage rates rising this year. Freddie Mac's 30-year fixed rate, January 2022, and till today, from 3.22% all the way up to 6.95. Wow, folks, that's a big change, right? In some months, not in some years, in some months. Just in the last quarter. Just 1 year ago, rates were under 3%. This means that while mortgage rates are not as high as they were in the 80s, they have more than doubled in the past year. Mortgage rates have never doubled in a year before. Wow, never. Because we're in an unprecedented territory, it's hard to say with certainty where mortgage rates will go from here. Projecting the future of mortgage rates is far from exact science, but experts do agree that moving forward, mortgage rates will continue to respond to inflation. If inflation stays high, mortgage rates likely will as well. Home prices will vary by market. So you can't get into, folks, that what's going to happen here or what happened over there. You got to find out what's going on in your market. As buyer demand has eased this year in response to those higher mortgage rates, home prices have moderated in many markets as well. In terms of the forecast for next year, expert projections are mixed. The general consensus is home prices appreciation will vary by local market, with more significant changes happening overheated areas. As Mark Fleming, chief economist at First American, says, house price appreciation has slowed in all 50 markets we track, but the declaration is generally more dramatic in areas that experience strongest peak appreciation. So just like when in 2008, those areas, Florida, some of those other areas, California, that took the big peak in the market prices, and all those other states, I think it was South Dakota, some other states that went very high. Then when the market tanked, most of those states are the ones that kind of took the hit, if I'm speaking correctly, on when the values started to dip. So it wasn't the whole 48 states or 50 markets. There was the ones that really took the peak. And so those are the ones that really get affected. But basically, some areas may still see slight price growth, while others may see slight price declines. It all depends on the factors at play in the local market, like the balance between supply and demand. This may be why experts are divided on their latest national forecasts. So the latest national forecast is this here. Look at this. HPES says that the home price forecast for 2023 up by 2.6%. National Association of Realtors 1.2%, MBA 0.7%. Freddie Mac thinks it's going to be down 0.2%. Fannie Mae thinks it's going to be down 1.5%. Zelman negative 5.1%. If you want to know what's happening with home prices and mortgage rates, come to this show. We talk about it. We get to it. We talk about all these different things. If you need more information, you can always reach out to me, send me a comment. We can get some discussions going. We can talk to some mortgage lenders and find out what they feel about these different things. But let's go into the next topic. Okay, the majority of Americans still view home ownership as the American dream. Do you? Do you still call the home ownership the American dream? I still say it's a part of the American dream. It's one of the foundations that we can put in place to partake in what we call the American dream. Buying a home is a powerful decision, and it remains a key part of the American dream. In fact, the 2022 Consumer Insights report from the Mind found that the majority of people polled still view homeownership as the key life achievement. Let's explore just a few of the reasons why many Americans continue to value home ownership. So, number one, the financial benefits of owning a home. One possible reason home ownership is viewed so highly is because owning a home is a significant wealth building tool, and it provides meaningful financial stability over renting by locking in your monthly housing payments for the length of your home loan. And so, folks, I know you know someone who purchased a home in 1997, may still be living there now or not, may have sold a few years ago or so. Those people were able to take $100,000 to $300,000 out their home to start on their new journey. Exactly where folks want to be. You want to be able to put your money somewhere where it actually works for you. It does not work for you when you're not a landlord. And one of my favorite sayings is, "Why aren't you a landlord?" And so an article in Forbes explained, understanding the potential benefits of home ownership helps individuals see the value of owning property instead of renting. Household wealth among homeowners is a whopping that's 1,496%, higher on average compared to renters, excluding home equity, making the allure of home ownership even more enticing. Over time, owning a home not only helps you boost your own net worth, but it also sets future generations up for success and pass that wealth down. That may be why the MEND and YND report also says, so if anybody want to look up in the fact finder here, this is where I'm getting my data from. Most Americans, 78%, still associate home ownership with the American dream. And nearly 2/3 of Americans, 65%, see home ownership as a means of building intergenerational wealth. So, folks, what are we leaving when out you're 40 or 50 and over? What do you have anything to leave to your your previous the new generation? Can we help them start a little faster than maybe we have? Owning a home or having a rental and start off with rental income help them to jump into the race and a little faster. Non-financial benefits of home ownership. While the financial benefits of owning a home are important, becoming a homeowner impacts you on a social and emotional level as well. As Mark Fleming, chief economist for First American, says, buying a home is not just a financial decision, it's also a lifestyle decision. So your home provides feeling of achievement, responsibility, and more. 3x30 highlights the top 10 benefits homeowners enjoy. A few non-financial advantages include providing you with more freedom and control over your living space, giving you a greater sense of pride, helps with community engagement. What does that mean for you? If your definition of American dream involves greater freedom and prosperity, then homeownership could play a major role in helping you achieve that dream. While it may be feeling challenging to buy a home today as mortgage rates and home prices rise, if the time is right for you, know that there are incredible benefits waiting for you at the end of your journey. You'll have a place you can grow your wealth, call your own, and feel most comfortable. So The research consistently showed that home ownership is also associated with multiple economic and social benefits to individual homeowners. Home ownership has always been an important way to build wealth. So folks, really think about making a powerful decision. As we see rents rising and your expenses, everything is going up, but where is that money besides what you're putting in a savings account? When you take your money and you pay more rent every month, somebody else has a mortgage or no mortgage, and they're taking that money and banking it. And where are they banking it? They're banking it in that house. That house is helping them build wealth. So there's something to think about. Really something to think about, folks. Like, share this information. If you haven't been here before, subscribe. So when every week when we come on, when I come on, you get some of this information. Let's take the next thing. The secret to buying a home in any season. Right now, what are we in? Fall? I don't know what we're in, because in Maryland we had 80-degree weather. So I don't know where you are, but man, it's went from 80 degrees, now it's probably 40-something degrees this evening or so. So the things get quiet. Winter, spring, summer, fall, which season is best to buy a home? Who knows? Score your dream home with research, planning, and preparation. That's what it all boils down to. Research, planning, and preparation. The secrets to buying a home in any season. The best time of year to buy a home depends on your goals and the needs of your family. Those with school-age children can benefit from spring or summer purchase, while buyers looking to save big might have more luck in the winter market. Understanding trends and benefits of house hunting every season will help you secure a home of your dreams. Buying a home in the winter, stats and tips. The real estate market trends downwards in the winter months. With less supply and demand, there's less competition from other buyers. You hear what I say? Less competition from other buyers during the winter months. Most people hibernate. They start going and getting into the holiday mode. So right now, and some people don't even like to come outside, right? So this might be the time, these months here. This means you have less likely to end up with a bidding war for the dream house you've been eyeing up. The median sale price of homes dropped by as much as 5% in the coldest months, and a difference that can save buyers tens of thousands of dollars. Tips for buying in the winter. Lower home prices can tempt you to exceed your budget. Stick to your financial plan. Don't go over the plan. Stick to the financial plan. You know exactly what makes you comfortable. Consult with a tax expert for best time to close. Closing before the year is over could entitle you to a tax break. When less competition, you can feel confident about asking for repairs or lower price due to issues revealed during a home inspection. Folks, I just got a deal done. I got a guy, most of his closing costs paid, and some money to help with repairs. You couldn't do that almost 6 months ago. Buying a home in the spring, stats and tips. The real estate market trends hot in the spring. Homes can sell the same they're listed, and the potential for getting into a bidding war is higher. This means you might need to make a higher offer than the list price to secure your dream home. Tips for buying in a home in spring. Be prepared to make competitive offers. These are the months where you have to be strong. You may be $5,000, $10,000 over asking price. You may also, depending on how many offers on the table, you may also have to waive the inspection contingency. You know, of course, you can still get an inspection, but it may be for your information only. You just want access from the seller to be able to do so. Work with expert real estate agent to help you negotiate strongly. This is what I do. I help you negotiate strongly to get you the best deal. Don't wait to make an offer on a house you love. You gotta be ready to pull a trigger. And one way you have to be ready to pull a trigger, you have to start the process by, if you reach out to your realtor or you reach out to me, we're going to first get you with a loan officer that's going to look at your full financial picture so that we can make sure that you're ready to pull a trigger when you see a property that you really love. And that goes back to and that's my next point. Get pre-approved for a mortgage before you go house hunting. That's where I was. Create a wish list of what you need and want in your ideal home. So let's talk about that for a second as well. One of the things that has been keeping, in my opinion, and I think most agents will also agree on this, is that what's been keeping folks on the fence is they go out and look at homes and they get outbidded because they're looking at the homes that are eat off the floor gorgeous. And when I say eat off the floor gorgeous, everything is renovated. You got granite, countertops, or what's the other? I can't think of it now, but you got all quartz. You got all the top notch in that home. But right down the street, there's a home on the same block that's $80,000 less, that may need a little bit of your time in TLC, that may only cost you $20,000 of your cash to put into it. But now with the $20,000 you put into it, the home has exactly what you wanted. Not saying that that other home didn't, but a lot of times when they renovate the home, it's their taste, not yours. So color schemes and all of that stuff. I mean, you go in a house and it looks gorgeous, but it's not your house. You could go down the street and save $60,000, $80,000 going in the house down the street that has the same exact floor plan. Maybe in Baltimore City, I know they're doing a lot of renovations, so they're doing an open floor plan. Maybe that house doesn't have the open floor plan, but it probably won't cost you a whole lot more money to get it done for yourself. There's actually, we have other videos that tell you about 203K loans and stuff like that that you can actually use to purchase a home and do renovation. And to add to that, for renovations, you could actually do a 203K loan. And if say you buy a house and you need another bathroom, or you want another bathroom, you can do that 203K loan to do that type of deal. But really think about that, folks. That's what's been causing all the haywire with buyers out there, because they want what everybody else wants, that shiny object. The buyer who goes and forget about the shiny object and goes after this. This is what I teach. There are investors who go after ugly properties. Why aren't you the homeowner, a person that's going to buy a home and live in it? Why don't you buy a home similar to the way the investor buys? And why does the investor buy that way? Because there's a benefit at the end. There's a sole benefit at the end, because he's walking into a deal. He knows he has a deal that has equity in it. He has two ways to deal with that, to do that deal. For an investor, the investor takes that deal and he goes in, he renovates it, and then he rents it out. And then we makes cash flow every month off of that property. But meanwhile, he might have $150,000 worth of equity in the property. And then let's let him do that 5 times. Well, all we want you to do is understand that you can do it just one time and then maybe have $150,000 worth of equity to start the wealth building for you and your family. It's really something to think about. So buying a home in the summers, stats and tips. The summer real estate market remains hot, but the buyers can benefit from house hunting mid-June through August. Homes listed in the spring that haven't sold by summer might start coming down in price. This data is good, but it hasn't always followed this way. In the last couple of years, the market has just been crazy all the way through. I've seen in the last couple of years, the winter market is just as bad as the spring and summer market. I think this year we'll probably have a normal market. Now that the interest rates are higher, so there'll probably be maybe less buyers out there looking. But the summer is a great time to take on a fixer-upper at lower cost, and it's easier to check out those neighborhood vibes when the weather is nice and warm. So summer and spring is great because kids go outside and play. You get to see, you know, what exactly is going on in the neighborhood, so it helps you to make a good choice. Kind of can get a little tricky in the wintertime. Most people stand indoors, so you really don't see what's going on. And a late summer purchase still leaves room for families to settle in before the school year starts. So tips for buying a home in the summer. The market is still hot, so be prepared to make competitive offers. Get mortgage pre-approval paperwork ready to speed up the process. Don't overlook fixer-uppers. I can't agree more. The summer leaves room for minor repair work. Research home improvement costs to understand which repairs you can take on. Get to know the housing market in the area you're buying in. Buying a home in the fall. Stats and tips. The housing market slows down in the fall, which means there's less competition from other buyers. Colder weather and the start of school year means there's less supply and demand. But this can work in a buyer's favor. With more time to search for your dream home, it's easier to get exactly what you want. Tips for buying in the fall, home in the fall. Take your time searching for home you'll love. Find out why the seller is listing a home in the fall. Negotiate strongly. Fall sellers may be more flexible about price cuts and repairs. Visualize homes year-round or ask sellers for pictures from other seasons. Understanding market trends and coming prepared for the season can help you secure your dream home and save big. If you have questions or concerns, the best time of year to buy a house, reach out to your guy here. My goal is to help buyers find the best homes for the best prices. I'm always happy to help and give my tip. And we're going to give tips here every week. This is where you can come, folks. If you want to know what's going on in the real estate market, you want to hear from some other professionals, tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. I want you to click the like button. I want you to share. If you haven't subscribed and you haven't been here before, I want you to please do that. Again, this is another Hump Day Real Estate with Kendell. We appreciate your time that you took to take some time and get educated and spend a little time with me, knowing a little bit about what's going on in the real estate market. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out to me. And happy Hump Day. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you next week. This is MARCELLUS Kendell, Kendell One Realty Resource, a BENNETT Realty Solution Company signing off. Have a blessed one.